Welcome everyone to Coin New Yen Review channel. Before we dive into today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share so more people can discover us. Enjoy the show. I was forced to marry my archenemy. He deliberately called me husband every day to disgust me. Unable to bear it any longer, I shot back with wife. He exploded in an instant, but unexpectedly things spiraled out of control. He even knelt daily begging me, husband, please call me wife one more time. On the third day of marrying Yuna, I broke down, mainly because this person was too good at being repulsive. Turning from enemies to spouses was already hard to accept. I gritted my teeth and endured. Who knew he'd keep calling me husband? Not just in private, but in public too. The first time was at a friend's birthday banquet. Since Yuna and I had such a bad history, getting married in a flash shocked our entire friend circle. Everyone who saw me had to ask, did you really marry Yuna? The questions piled up and I got annoyed, so I admitted publicly, yes, I really married Yuna. My friends were stunned, jaws dropping. You two actually became a couple. Will the sun rise from the west tomorrow? Some side your families are uniting. Why didn't you tell me? This guy and I were pretty close. We often hung out together. I joked next time I'll let you know when I get divorced. That's when Yuna appeared. He put his hand on my shoulder, gave it a firm, deliberate squeeze, leaned close to my ear and whispered, husband, waiter, we talking about? That word made everyone around us nearly pop their eyes out. I was no exception. I stared at him. His face still wore that calm, breezy smile, as if the term wasn't earth-shattering at all. A bystander jumped in, we're talking about your marriage. It's the biggest news in our circle lately. No warning at all. How did you two suddenly get married? Yuna chuckled, why else? Of course it's because. He dragged out the words, building suspense. I like him. If always liked him. I couldn't take it anymore. That night I went home and had a huge fight with Yuna. Can you stop being so gross in public? He looked innocent. How was I gross, husband? Calling me husband is gross. He looked even more innocent. But we're married, aren't we? Husband, I took a deep breath, still unable to stand it. Can you stop calling me that? No way, husband. Divorce then, but divorce wasn't an option. My repulsion only made Yuna double down. Now he didn't just call me that to my face. Even over phone chats, he wouldn't let up. Tonight, while I was hanging out with my buddy Felix, his message came through, husband, what time are you coming home? I kinda miss you. Can you come back early tonight? A lonely night without you leaves me sleepless. Husband's not home and burning up. Too hot to handle, sneaking ibuprofen alone. Horrified, I handed my phone to Felix. Is Yuna sick in the head or what? Felix read it and burst out laughing. He's actually pretty interesting, playing these tricks to get your attention. Felix grinned, what if Yuna's secretly in love with you? Stop it! I glared at him, don't say such nauseating things. Felix nudged me with his elbow. I'm usually so serious and proper, but with you, he's so childish. Still playing the enemy card. If not to get your attention, then what? I stood up, keep talking like that, and am leaving. He quickly grabbed me, stay, let's chat more. But the talk always circled back to Yuna's antics. Felix kept tossing out words like secret crush. I grimaced. Can't you help me figure out how to deal with him? That's easy. He looked confident. Fight fire with fire. Call him the same thing. It hit me like a bolt of lightning. Such a brilliant, perfect plan. How hadn't I thought of it before? I was about to act when Felix cautioned, but I advised against it. You might end up making Yuna too happy. I rolled my eyes at him, raced home as fast as I could. Yuna and I were staying at my family's villa in Pine Hill. My place basically, per my family's orders. We had to live together to build our bond, moving from one house to another. So these days we were forced to share a bed. When I got home, Yuna was on the couch chatting with my parents, though dressed in pajamas. He sat upright, poised like a proper daughter-in-law, almost like he was being trained. I nearly laughed at the sight. My dad shot me a look of disdain, always running off. Why not spend more time with Yuna? I forced a smile. I'm here to keep him company now. Then turned to Yuna, wife, let's go upstairs. Didn't you say you missed me? Yuna stared at me, stunned, his face visibly uneasy. with a hint of defiance. What did you just call me? I held back a laugh. Wife, what else? He rubbed his hands, then his cheeks before saying. I started up the stairs waving playfully. Yuna followed me into the room dazed. Once the door closed, I pinned him against it. Ha, gross enough for you. He clearly wasn't ready for this. Frozen for a few seconds, his face a kaleidoscope of emotions. Wife, wife, wife. I called out triumphantly one after another. His voice was restrained, stubborn. Calling me that doesn't seem quite right for our relationship. Then why do you keep calling me that? He turned away, face pressed against the door, hands gripping the frame, his voice muffled, a bit hoarse. If you like calling me that, I don't really mind. I spun around smugly and went to shower. No more words after that. Maybe those wife calls grossed Yuna out enough to back off. He behaved, stopped provoking me, didn't call me husband anymore. Until the bedroom lights went out. I was drifting off half asleep when I heard him speak from beside me. Want to call me that again? I hadn't even reacted. He was already rambling to himself. I might not want to hear it, but you probably want to say it. I pretended not to hear say it again. He got me so annoyed I laughed. Just as I was about to retort, he turned over excitedly, eyes locked onto mine. Please, husband, call me wife one more time. I stared at him baffled, trying to read something from his face. Felix's words kept circling in my head. I thought grimly, did I actually make Yuna enjoy this? I flicked on the bedside lamp, not missing a single expression on Yuna's face. What do you mean? What do you mean what? His voice instantly cooled, as if that eager pleading tone was just my imagination. I tested you, like me calling you that. He raised a hand to cover his eyes. Tone helpless, weren't you the one insisting on it? How's it now, my liking? He gave a mocking laugh. Your skill at turning the tables hasn't faded. That back then got me riled up. In my wild, reckless youth, Yuna was the only one constantly causing me trouble. I angrily turned off the light and went to sleep. Maybe my movements were too rough. I ended up sleeping right next to Yuna, arm brushing against arm. The moment our skin touched, we both froze, quickly pulling back. I stayed calm, unfazed, terrified, head suspect I had ulterior motives. In the quiet night, the mood felt a bit ambiguous. Yuna whispered, you crossed the line. That line on the bed was set the first night we shared it, like the 38th parallel on school desks. Since our marriage was so rushed, one second we were at each other's throats, the next sharing a bed. It was a big mental challenge for both of us. So we made that line. With a rule crossing, it meant punishment. I obediently returned to my side, sighing helplessly. What's the punishment? Afraid head go too far, I added. Don't be too harsh. We've got to sleep like this for a while. You'll cross it someday too. Yuna chuckled. That won't be harsh. He said, post on social media that you'll love me forever. I shot up from the bed. You call that not harsh? A bait's a bet. He sat up too. Sean, are you not playing by the rules? I fumed, thinking, one day Yuna, you'll fall into my hands. I turned on the bedside lamp again, grabbed my phone to draft a post. Yuna leaned over, making sure I added his name, and put my wife before it. After a pause, he added throw in a kiss emoji at the end. I glared at him. Are you crazy? He blinked innocently. No good husband. My back teeth nearly shattered. A new post was born. Sean, I'll forever love my wife Yuna. Late night scrollers were plenty. Likes and comments poured in. I didn't dare look at a single one. Quickly tossed my phone and hid under the covers, face burning with shame. Yuna picked up his phone. Kept updating me. Jenna says, wishing us happiness. I snapped. Why would she say that? Yuna ignored me. Grabbed his phone. Jenna's first comment was, Sean, do I still have a chance? Yuna replied, next life maybe. Jenna quickly backtracked. Yuna, my bad. Wishing you and Sean eternal happiness. I vaguely recalled. Jenna was the one at the friend's birthday. I jokingly said I'd notify about my divorce. I looked at Yuna. You're really keeping up our perfect couple act. Isn't that what we should do? Yuna said, or do you want everyone to know we're just a substitute marriage? Yuna and I were indeed stand-ins. He for his sister, me for my brother. The Sean-Yuna family alliance was set long ago. It was just originally meant for his sister and my brother, since we'd eventually be in-laws. I once tried to get along with Yuna, but let's just say Yuna wasn't worthy. I'd even planned how to deal with Yuna after my brother's wedding, but on the eve of the ceremony my brother bolted. Yuna's sister vanished too. Both families were in a panic, so they pushed Yuna and me into marriage. I still remember when my family told me I had to marry Yuna. The disbelief I couldn't hide. I tried to resist, but clever parents don't trip over the same thing twice. They had Yuna and me get the marriage certificate from notice to license in under an hour. A red stamp sealed it. And just like that, Yuna and I went from enemies to newlyweds. But a substitute marriage isn't exactly something to brag about. To save face for both families, we even came up with a public story that Yuna and I living together fell for each other. I nearly laughed hearing those words. Yuna was just as aggrieved. Do you think I wanted to tell everyone? If always liked you, you sure seemed into it. At that friend's birthday banquet, he didn't look reluctant at all. He said it's about the bigger picture, got it. Sighing when my brother's back, it'll kill him. Yuna laughed. You were praising your brother's escape at first, not wanting to talk anymore. I rolled over and slept with my back to him, waking up to bad news. That post I made as punishment had set our friend's circle on fire. The latest version was that I'd been secretly in love with Yuna, loved him to death. All our past fights and clashes were just my tricks to get his attention. I found it absolutely ridiculous and took it out on Yuna, but he looked enlightened. Maybe they got it right. I frowned. What, you're secretly in love with me? I couldn't help rolling my eyes. Me in love with you? Even my sister wouldn't fall for you. Too bad, he said. Brother-in-law, you're stuck with me for life. The rumors got more absurd. In the end, I became the lovesick fool obsessed with Yuna, and Yuna, instead of clearing things up, just fanned the flames, climbing higher on the wave of gossip that painted me as the hopeless romantic, while he played the part of the one who won my heart. Someone asked, and he modestly said yes. Sean loves me more. I couldn't bear the injustice and swore to hit Yuna back with a big move. The chance came quickly at a friend's homecoming party. Had studied abroad since high school. For this welcome back, he asked everyone to dress in our high school outfits. To meet him, I not only wore my old school uniform, I also carried the backpack I used back then. Inside, I stashed a forged love letter from Yuna to me. I planned to, under everyone's eyes, casually yet deliberately reveal the letter. I wanted to make Yuna the lovesick fool who'd crushed on me since high school. I wanted him to taste the feeling of being unable to explain himself. The show began. Everyone in high school attire felt awkward at first, but soon recognized youth in each other and let loose completely. The most uninhibited was the banquet star Brian. He suggested we play a game of king. As the game started, someone shouted not to go too far. We've got a real couple here, hinting at me and Yuna. I grumbled, what's wrong with a couple? If you get paired with another woman for a kiss, how's Yuna supposed to feel? I snapped, what's there to feel? Yuna doesn't care, head, just enjoy the drama. Brian realized this and switched to a milder game of truth or dare. I was distracted, my mind consumed with my grand plan. No time to care what game we played, but the bottle's first spin landed on me. Someone asked, truth or dare? Truth, I said, and someone excitedly suggested Yuna ask. We love hearing couples' truth talks. I turned to Yuna. He was in his high school uniform too. We hadn't coordinated outfits or even arrived at the party together, but maybe because we were sitting side by side in the crowd, we looked a bit like a couple. Yuna chuckled, husband, that post saying you'll love me forever, is it true? The crowd roared with cheers. I cursed inwardly, this guy's shameless, not only making me declare it publicly, but wanting me to admit it aloud. I gritted my teeth, yes. The mood hit a fever pitch. I thought darkly, just wait Yuna, you're in for it. The game went a few more rounds. Yuna luckily never got picked. I couldn't hold back, so I signaled my buddy Felix, sitting diagonally across, to pass me my bag. This was my carefully designed move. A diagonal pass. A subtle action. To draw the whole room's attention. Felix delivered the bag as planned. I fumbled it on purpose, letting it fall to the floor. The love letter along with lipstick and tissues spilled out. Lisa sitting to my left loved stirring things up. She swiftly grabbed the letter. Whoa, what's this? I played dumb. No idea who put that in my bag. This envelope looks old. Lisa flipped it over, gasping. It's signed by Yuna. Could it be from Yuna? I feigned confusion looking at Yuna. Wife, did you write this? I blinked innocently. This bag's been unused for ages. When did you slip it in? Yuna, framed as the lovesick one, reacted spectacularly. Before he could respond, the crowd speculated. No way. Was it put in back in high school? So Yuna's been crushing on Sean since high school. These two were playing a mutual crush game. Sean, you missed so much. You never noticed. I leaned into my role as the clueless boy. No idea, I just found out about this letter. The group clamored to open it. Brian chimed in, there's a story here. I saw him write this letter back then. I shot Brian a stunned look. What an unexpected bonus. Could Yuna have actually written me a love letter? The thought consumed me. I couldn't help glancing at him. Yet he stayed calm, composed, even joining the crowd's teasing. While everyone focused on the letter, he whispered, setting me up. How's this a setup? If you really wrote me a letter, this is just history repeating itself. Lisa read my forged letter aloud, in a sugary sweet tone. So weird. Lately I keep dreaming about ouch ouch ouch. Someone clutched their teeth. Keep dreaming about. Even though I'd made up the letter, the crowd's excitement made me blush. Lisa kept reading. I think I've probably fallen for you. You're so perfect. Is it fallen or fallen? Keep it pure, we're high schoolers here. Yuna is the rest paywalled. Can we keep listening? Go on, go on, go on. Lisa turned, gazing at me dramatically. Sean, will you be my boyfriend? I bowed my head, refusing to admit I'd written those words myself. Just a few simple lines. How'd they turn it into something so scandalous? Someone started chanting kiss kiss. Soon the whole room was shouting, nearly lifting the roof. In a panic, I looked at Yuna. He raised a hand, silencing the crowd. The letter's been read. Give me some face, guys. Face or husband? Yuna didn't hesitate. Husband, Lisa giggled. Answer a few questions and we'll let you off. Yuna nodded, and somehow a rapid-fire Q&A began. Did you write this letter? Yuna glanced at me. As I squirmed with guilt and shame, he took the blame. I wrote it. So you've been crushing on Sean since high school? Yeah. Fighting with Sean was to get his attention. Yes. Did you orchestrate this marriage? Who else if I like him? The crowd erupted, spreading the news. Thrilled to witness such drama. My mood was complicated. Everything went as planned. Yuna even admitted it publicly, but I felt conflicted. Maybe a little pleased. After all, Hayes so smug around me, yet secretly crushing on me. I couldn't deny the thrill of the contrast. But why did he like me? What gave him the right to like me? Enemies turning into spouses was messy enough, now mixed with personal feelings. How was I supposed to deal with him? Well, I wrestled with Yuna's feelings. He acted like nothing happened, chatting away with the crowd. I snapped out of it. He's the one who liked me. He's the one who crushed on me. So he should be the one nervous. Why was I the anxious one? I decisively pushed Yuna out of my mind. By the time the party ended, it was late. The driver picked us up and we sat in the back. Neither of us spoke. The quiet made my thoughts wander. My mind kept circling back to that letter. Not about whether Yuna liked me, but feeling he owed me an explanation. Clearing my head, I turned to him. Did you write me a letter in high school? Yuna let out an oh, like he just remembered. Yeah, I wrote one. I never saw it. Using that to explain why I was clueless about his feelings. Seeing his calm demeanor, I couldn't help asking, so you liked me? I liked you. He paused, staring out the window, his voice a bit stubborn. But not anymore. That whole night my head was stuck on Yuna's not anymore. I realized I cared, damn it. Cared that Yuna liked me, and then stopped liking me. I couldn't figure out why I cared, but I just did. I even felt it'd be better if Yuna never liked me at all than this licking and the nottling mess. What did that even mean? What did I do wrong? What about me now? was less appealing than before. Why didn't he like me anymore? I tossed and turned. Couldn't sleep. Yuna on the other side of the pillow was silent. I fumed. Why was the culprit sleeping so soundly? I deliberately woke him, annoyed. Go sleep on the floor. Yuna's voice was low cold, not like someone just woken up. Why your breathing's keeping me up? He called me out. You weren't sleeping either. I turned it around. You're the one keeping me awake. Yuna went quiet, then gave a soft laugh. I kept grumbling. We shouldn't be sharing a bed. What kind of couples bond does this build? No more sleeping together. I declared, from now on I get the bed, you get the floor. Why can't I have the bed? I glared, you looking for a fight. He went silent again, waking someone up in the middle of the night. Who's the one starting a fight? I turned away, shutting up. We'd slept like this just days ago. It wasn't my first time sharing a bed with Yuna, but I was restless, irritated. Found him unbearable. Even his breathing annoyed me. I stared at the light filtering through the curtains. Finally said, if you don't like me, why'd you say those things at the party? Yuna asked. You care that much? What? That I don't like you anymore. I denied it, not at all. Like whoever you want. Don't like whoever you don't. Has nothing to do with me. Yuna's voice dropped colder. I was just keeping up appearances. To hell with appearances. So frustrated. The next day, I met Felix for drinks. He was still buzzing from the drama. As soon as we met, he asked, any sparks with Yuna last night? I brushed it off. Don't even. I spilled my all-night frustration to Felix. He exclaimed, Yuna's a tough one. Playing hard to get. So you think he likes me? Of course, he said. Who'd keep messing with someone they don't care about? I nodded, makes sense. Sipping his drink. I asked, then why'd Yuna say he doesn't? Felix's eyes flickered, landing on me. For some reason, he didn't answer. I pressed him. He cut to the chase. Who cares if he likes you? Test him and find out. He poked my forehead. Flirt with him. You're sharing a bed. Do I need to teach you how to flirt? It clicked, but I hesitated. Felix gestured. What's your issue? I was afraid he'd laugh, but he kept pushing. I mumbled about crossing the line. He leaned in, curious. I stammered, awkwardly explaining the bed's dividing line. He was shocked. You two are like kids. No! He cursed, even kids dating are more mature. I argued, Yuna and I aren't dating. Even worse, he said, you're married. When Yuna and I agreed on it, we treated it like a serious matter. How'd it sound so childish in Felix's words? I glared at him. He said earnestly, I get Yuna, I get it all. Patting my shoulder. Go home and test Yuna. Then you'll know if he likes you. Though I planned to test him, I was nervous when it came to it. Especially since we'd switched to Yuna's house tonight. Unfamiliar place, unfamiliar bed. I even thought about giving up. As I hesitated, Yuna pushed the door open, seeing me by the bed. Kindly asked, husband, which side are you sleeping on? I huffed and went to my usual left side. Lifted the covers. Yuna's bed was bigger than mine. The distance between us even wider. I could barely feel his presence. My mind was consumed with the plan to test him. Yuna's voice was low. Drinking tonight? A little. I tried to cover up, saying I wasn't drunk. Won't do anything to you. Yuna let out an inexplicable laugh. Then, as if hiding something, said casually, thirsty, it's fine. He stopped talking. The room fell silent. I tried rolling over, hoping to land perfectly on him. But this bed was just too big. I rolled a full circle and still didn't reach his side. I let out a soft sigh. In a haze, I thought I heard laughter from Yuna's side, but I didn't dare speak or ask, afraid he'd see through my intentions. Too embarrassing. I paused in the middle of the bed for 2 minutes, mustered courage and rolled half a circle more, finally brushing against Yuna's side. Time seemed to freeze in that moment. I felt his body heat and heartbeat. In a daze, I forgot why I'd rolled over in the first place. Then remembered I was supposed to test him. I was about to let my hands wander recklessly, when Yuna's voice suddenly broke the silence. A bit hoarse, Sean, what are you doing? I didn't dare respond, unsure how to handle the situation. So I played dead, but he wouldn't let it slide. Not caring about the awkwardness, he called me out. I know you're not asleep. As seconds ticked by, I was thrilled my fake sleep plan was working, until Yuna suddenly said, "You're pressing against me." What I snapped to attention, sitting up forgetting to keep pretending. He pulled me back down beside him, asked which rogue rolled onto me. I couldn't face the question, covering my face and drunk I didn't know. He pried my hands from my face, looked into my eyes, figured it out yet. "What, why I come snuggle up to you?" I pressed my lips shut, silent. He suddenly said, "Forget it." I was puzzled what he meant by forget it. He lowered his head and fiercely kissed my lips, or rather bit them. He greedily claimed every inch of my mouth, making my tongue tingle faintly. I felt a sting, instinctively tried to push him away. He swiftly pinned my hands above my head with one grip. Whispered, "You started this, little one." Lowered his head and kissed me fiercely again. By the end of it, I could barely feel my lips anymore. Yuna buried himself in my neck, panting softly. I should have been mad at him, but this Yuna was too dangerous. I didn't even dare call him out for the forced kiss. The guy, acting like had done nothing wrong, kissed me again. This time on my cheeks, one after another. His gaze met my fierce glare. He smiled, "Go ahead and yell if you want." I glared, "Can you stop kissing me?" "No way," he said, "if held back too long. You get it." My lips still stung from his biting kisses. I glared at the smug guy before me. "So what are you doing? Didn't you say you don't like me?" I thought I made it obvious. He gently pinched my cheek. "I like you. I've always liked you." My body inexplicably tingled at his confession. I didn't get it, then why deny it before? If I hadn't, what would you have done? I tried to think through Yuna's hypothetical. Before I could figure it out, Yuna spoke up. "No wonder you always fought with me. Turns out you secretly liked me." Normally a few words with him must thrilled him, right? But why did Yuna like me? No one gave him the right to like me. He didn't even deserve to like me. Whatever, forget it. A defeated rival has no right to talk big. I looked at Yuna thinking he'd never dare cross me again. I stared at him wordlessly. For a moment I almost admired him. Had perfectly guessed my thoughts. Yuna pinched my cheek again, only by saying, "I don't like you. Would you obsess over whether I do?" I gritted my teeth. "You really know me." He kissed me again. "Know your enemy, win every battle." The spot he kissed tingled too. I covered my face. "No more kissing." Fine, Yuna agreed readily. Then added, "Let's talk about you liking me." I reflexively shot back. "How do I like you?" He ticked off reasons on his fingers. "If you don't like me, why care who I like? Why sneak into my bed at night? Why lie under me letting me kiss you?" I cut him off. "You forced me." "Say it was forced," he went on. "Didn't you enjoy it just now?" I hated to admit it, but I kind of did, especially when Yuna fiercely bit my lips. It gave me a strange sense of calm, knowing he went crazy for me. The psychological thrill was indescribable. He called me out. "You're savoring it." I glared at him. "My first kiss is none of your business." He leaned in for another kiss. "Funny, it's my first too." I couldn't resist teasing. "No experience, huh? You even nicked me with your teeth." Yuna didn't care. Leaned closer. "A few more kisses and it'll get better." I hurriedly hid in the covers, blocking out Yuna's pecking. His cheerful laughter came from outside. "Hide to the ends of the earth, it's no use." Maybe the air under the covers was thin. I felt stifled. Poking out half my face, I asked softly, "Why do you like me?" He sighed faintly. "If I knew why, that'd be great. Figure out why I like you and quit it. Then Brian wouldn't have laughed at me for years." Why'd he laugh? Laughed at my uselessness. Liking you for so long. My bravest moment was writing that love letter in high school. I said honestly, I really never got that letter. Ever think of confessing in person? Yuna glanced at me. Afraid he'd kiss me again, I ducked back under. He chuckled hoarsely. "I was kind of scared of you back then." Scared of me? I poked out, curious. Hard to imagine such words coming from Yuna. A casual word from you I'd overthink for ages. A brush from you kept me up for days. You had me wrapped around your finger. How could I confess? He said I couldn't handle you rejecting me. I vaguely heard him say back then. I thought, everyone's got flaws, especially a spoiled young master like you. If I talked to you more, spent more time with you, maybe one day I'd stop liking you. And then I found I was hopeless. Even your flaws were insanely cute. I kicked him. What flaws? Your top-tier skill at flipping the script. Need me to point it out. I didn't mean to like you this long. Somehow we've known each other forever. Yuna's words left me wistful. Time really flew by. Liking me doesn't mean much. After all these years, I've already lost spectacularly. He said, if I'm willing to be your defeated rival forever, would you admit you like me? I teased, nope, I don't like you. Yuna stared at me, patting my shoulder. Just be my defeated rival. He fumed. I should've known. Once I admitted I liked you, you'd act like this. I laughed loudly, feeling like I'd won back so many rounds. After a long while, he grabbed my hand, whining softly, Sean, like me more. Sean, like me. His voice was soft and sultry. Universe's unbeatable, super charming Master Sean. Please, like me. Maybe the night was too enchanting. I softened, facing a fully unleashed Yuna. I was a bit overwhelmed. Or rather, no one could handle this. I thought calling me husband was his limit, but he went further, calling me master. Every night before bed, he'd say, Master Sean, I'm here to serve you. Tonight he leaned in again. Our old dividing line was now meaningless. I couldn't resist accusing you crossed the line again. Then punish me. Yuna whispered, Master Sean, punish me however you want. His shamelessness was unreal. I racked my brain. Couldn't think of a punishment that'd actually get to him. Even scolding him might thrill him. I stretched out my arm, massaged my shoulder. Got it. As he massaged, his hands wandered elsewhere. I was ready, dodging calmly. How dare you disrespect your master? Yuna lowered his eyes submissively. Master, it's time to favor me. I scoffed. Who needs daily favoring like you? Master, no good. His tone was calm and gentle. If Master can't handle it, I can hold back. Master's busy with a million things. It's natural to run out of steam. I get it. I'm willing to sacrifice for Master. I knew he was baiting me, but I fell for it hard. I yanked the covers over him. Another night passed in a blur. With Yuna and my feelings out in the open, something else happened. His missing sister and my runaway brother both returned. It was too suspicious. I started to suspect. This was a conspiracy from the start. I didn't dare ask his sister, so I tracked down my brother. Instead of complaining, you finally came back. He grinned. Fun being married to Yuna. Not fun. I heard you two are inseparable lately. I didn't hide it. I'm the dumb brother who married for you. He laughed, looking at me. The marriage was always meant for you and Yuna. Everyone could see you two were bound together. Except you. So it was a conspiracy. He poked my head. If it was someone else, would you have agreed to marry so fast? You have turned the house upside down. I thought about it, agreeing. From notice to license in under an hour. I accepted it too quickly. No mental resistance at all. If it was someone else, I couldn't imagine. I really liked Yuna a bit, didn't I? Before I knew it, I was at Yuna's company building. Knowing Yuna was working there, I hesitated for 2 seconds, then walked in. Straight to the CEO's office. Yuna lit up when he saw me. Master here to inspect my work. I told him, don't call me that outside. Save it for the bedroom. Why make a scene out here? No one's around, Master Sean. No need to be shy. He pulled me to sit on the couch. My eyes scanned the office's layout. I'd been here many times before, always as his rival stirring trouble. Now with my new role, even my mindset had shifted. Want a drink? Just a few words, then I'm gone. Yuna looked shocked for a second, curious what was worth a special trip. I opened my mouth, but under his gaze I couldn't get the words out. I demanded, don't look at me. I didn't dare look at him either, head down, mumbling softly, I think I kinda like you. Before I said quietly, maybe I liked you too, but I didn't realize. Yuna stayed silent. I wondered if he didn't hear. I glanced up and met his deep, affectionate stare. His gaze was too intense. My face flushed red. Didn't you always want my confession? I stammered awkwardly. Anyway, I'm only saying it once, so listen. The air felt tense. I stood up, and leaving. He grabbed my wrist instantly, his palm burning hot. He stood, pulling me into a hug. Coming all this way to say that? How can I let you go? He kissed me. Soft kisses landed across my cheeks, then my lips. I don't know how long we kissed. All I remember is by the end, I had no strength to leave his office. He lay in my arms sighing it's over. I'm really going to love Master Sean forever. The story's done, all done. Your old man needs likes, needs follows. This account will keep updating novels and comics.